like some fuck up because I was using like I didn't know if that was like maybe my Bluetooth headphones were the problem.
No, it's the upload.
Nope. Yeah.
We're streaming, by the way. And I had to check it out because I needed to know.
Mhm.
Happy birthday. Let me get the actual details. The song Happy Birthday.
Uh-huh.
Hold up. It uh, 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 the copyright was declared invalid in 2015, and Warner Chappell Music, who owned it, had to pay back $14 million in licensing fees after that. They not only did not have the copyright
Wow.
anymore, they had to pay back money.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's fascinating. Let's clap this in.
Okay.
Are we streaming in all the places?
Yeah.
Okay. What's up, everybody? It's On Fire Tonight with Josh and Tressa. We are here today to talk about Misfits of Science, Season 1, Episode 7. The episode is called Steer Crazy, and we're about to spoil it. You've been warned.
Oh, I just got it. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that's radioactive meat.
Right. The steer part is where I got confused.
This is my favorite episode so far.
Because you got Boothby in it?
Wait, who's Boothby?
Oh, Boothby is the groundskeeper of Starfleet Academy, and also the philosopher / mentor to Jean-Luc Picard, and a little bit of Janeway.
What character did he play in this one?
Barney, who I kept hearing Bonnie.
Oh, you mean Mr. Hand from Fast Times at Ridgemont High? Why didn't you just call him by his proper name? Aloha, Mr. Hand.
Because he's Boothby.
This is an amazing episode for guest stars. First of all, you have Ray Walston, who's Boothby, apparently, and also Mr. Hand. You have Dennis Cleveland, who played Craterface in both of the Grease movies. And you've got Dan Lauria, who was the dad on Wonder Years.
Yes! I didn't know his name. Yes, you do.
So this is fucking dope. And honestly, this is a legitimately, like, this is their best episode by far. You've got three old people who are down on their luck. The social security checks have been lost in the mail. This is a real thing that was like a big fucking problem during the Reagan administration. Yep. Old people were fucking starving to death. Thanks a lot, Reagan. Fuck you. And okay, so fucking Dennis Cleveland, who plays Craterface in Grease and then reprises the role for Grease 2.
Oh God, I didn't. Okay.
He played a mohawked character in several TV shows. I'm sure it was just like a wig because he has like a ponytail in this. He comes in to like intimidate these three elderly people, one of whom is Simple. And they've got radioactive strength now, and they're not taking any shit from this guy or anyone else.
They're just coming into their own as he's harassing them for the rent.
Okay, so this is the best episode. This has got like the threat of nuclear power. You've got a nuclear reactor, you've got nuclear meat, and you've got multiple references to like cool shit. So first of all,
you got Johnny B singing a live song for everybody, the entirety of the whole goddamn fucking song.
Johnny B sings the entirety of Born to Be Wild while oldies roller skate and do extreme roller skating and weightlifting at Muscle Beach. And also, I guess they con some people. Like, I bet you that she can lift this weight because like they're paying off afterwards. All right, so this has got references to Flowers for Algernon, and I'm sure The Mouse That Roared. Yeah, right.
And
it's not the most clever, but they do have a mouse roaring, and this is about nuclear stuff, and that's about nuclear stuff, and Anyway.
I mean, that answers my question on why the mouse roared and nobody else did.
Yeah, I think it's that.
It's
So
gotta
that was
be.
like an old Peter Sellers, Gene Seberg movie. I haven't seen it since I was a little kid, but it was like from the 50s. And that's it. That's the whole episode. We covered it.
We'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.
We also, oh, good boy. Okay, no, you know what? I want to hear more about you, how much you love this episode.
I love this episode. And you know what? Hayes is like, let's lay off the fat jokes.
Yeah, after he lays on a ton of them.
He's like, let me just get this out of my system. and now I declare a moratorium.
Wait. Also, you're a fat fatty. Okay, now I'm done. I'm done.
For no reason, Johnny B rides a motorcycle into the building and then hands Stepmeyer a guitar that he was, I guess, carrying while riding his motorcycle.
Not no reason. He had just come from band practice, Josh.
Right, but why? Like, it's not in a case or anything. He's just holding it.
Yeah, no, it makes no sense. You know what? Also, they have this huge like power thing in the lab because those two same guys are in the tub together again. Like every episode, they're in a tub together, or at least close to it.
Okay, so this is a thing that I love where there's something going on in the background of a show that doesn't ever get addressed, but it's like an ongoing thing.
I love that too. It's great.
I did not realize until it was like pointed out on the internet that there was an additional roommate in the Young Ones. That, like, right?
Yes, same. I didn't realize till I saw that either. Yeah.
Like sometimes the camera would just pan by and there'd be an extra person that never spoke.
Yep. Sometimes they were like cloaked in something, but still in the corner there.
Yeah, just sitting in the shadows.
Yeah. Fantastic. Love it. Was that because I said the old guys in the tub?
Yeah. So we've got the ongoing story of like whatever else is going on at the lab, because like, why wouldn't there be ongoing stuff going on at the lab? Also, this is like a nice, another reason why I like this, the old characters,
the throuple. Yeah.
The throuple.
Let's get more into their sex lives because I want to know what's going on there.
It's fucking raunchy. You don't want to see it up close.
Kinky AF. Man, sharing one studio apartment with used furniture.
Right. They apparently now have to pay a rental fee that's just being tacked on.
There's a reason he never talks. I don't know what that is.
Well, okay. So, yeah, these characters have an ongoing relationship with Gloria because they go to her burger place. Yeah. They used to get the Barney special, but that was just last week.
Yeah.
So one of the reasons I appreciate this is like they're like, what do we have in our world? Gloria works at a burger place. Okay, what happens at the burger place? Maybe some shit goes down at the burger place. Maybe she has regular customers, and maybe those regular customers get into some trouble.
Oh no, like what?
Like they eat some radioactive burgers and get super strong, but then using their super strength, they break into a nuclear reactor in order to meet the governor.
Oh, well, at least there's lots of security and fail safes so they can't do anything bad in this nuclear power plant, right?
It doesn't really work so well. And then, but then they get like the radiation like turns them back to like regular, which sucks. So that's your like flowers for Algernon. You got the powers and then you got them taken away.
Sucks for you. You're old, fuckers.
Yeah, that's the fucking lesson of this episode is it sucks to be old and forgotten about by society.
Yeah.
Literally the fucking guy played by Mr. Arnold, Kevin Arnold's dad,
yeah,
is like, is it worth it to shut this down to save 3 old people. They're old.
Okay, but even if they weren't old, no, it would not be worth it to kill millions of people because they fucked up. You don't have to say old. We get it. They're old. Which is your point, I get it.
The pervasiveness of eugenics in everyday life. I hate it.
Yeah. And even the old people, the throuple, they're on the beach pointing out all the other old people like, ew, gross. I'm glad we're not like that. Guys.
And then it ends with, wouldn't it be nice if we were older? They definitely have the rights to the Beach Boys.
The entire catalog. They're the people that own it. You know, I always thought that Hayes's little place, I thought it was like a little like tiny townhouse on the beach. That place is fucking gigantic. It's like 3 stories on
Yeah, he
the corner.
basically has a mansion at Venice Beach.
What?
Like right on the beach.
Yeah, literally on the beach. There's a
hey,
sidewalk.
Side note.
Yeah.
This is like, I need to borrow $7 million because the building that they used for You Need a Warehouse in Return of the Living Dead is a private residence and it's for sale. Yeah.
Where is it? Jersey?
It's in downtown LA.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Wait.
That's the like medical supply warehouse.
No, I know exactly what you're talking about.
And everything. Oh, the butterflies all come back to life.
That's where they keep the barrels of zombies, in the basement.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
You know what? Let's start a GoFundMe.
Buy me a mansion. Buy me a mansion in Los Angeles.
No, it's cool. It's on brand for us, so we need it.
It is very much so. So wait, if we get a GoFundMe and we just send it out to, our friends who are regular people.
Yeah. They'll send it out to their friends.
They'll be like, oh no, Josh and Tressa, one of them must have like a medical emergency.
Oh no.
Because that's the social net we have in this country.
Right.
Is GoFundMe.
And
they'll be like, oh no, wait, they don't have a medical emergency.
Oh, they must have to pay for some bills that they got stuck in, right?
No.
Oh, they must have starving
they want to buy a novelty home.
Why didn't you say so earlier?
So right. Okay. So Hayes brings the throuple to live at the beach, and he's like telling them he's like trying to like talk Barney down from being a sex crazed monster, which is basically like, I think
save some for me, bro.
A little bit, right?
Yeah.
This is like at the time when movies like Hard Bodies were coming out, which is just like total sexploitation. Like, okay, here's the story. Some old guys have a lot of money and they move to the beach because they want to get laid. And there's like some player type young guys that help them out getting laid.
Oh, because they've never gotten laid before because they're old.
Scotty and Rags. I kind of combined the plots of like Hard Bodies and Hard Bodies 2 because I forget which is which and how they differ.
You know what? That's disgusting, and I hate that you did that. I never saw either. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, the video store near me had a very liberal policy of renting to children. These were rated R, these are not like in the like back room. So anything that was like rated R was like, go crazy, kids. Like faces of death. Faces of death are like not like a controlled substance.
Hey, mister, can you show me one with titties in it?
That's all of them.
Awesome. That's my impression of 8-year-old Josh. All right.
A little bit older. Anyway, but not much. But
No.
not much.
We get to see a briefcase cell phone, which was exciting.
Yeah, I love. Okay, so there's like very little like mobile phone technology back then, and the mobile phones that existed at the time were only for the super rich.
With assistance so they could carry them around because they were
Right.
very heavy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, last episode we talked about cordless phone technology, which was brand new, and we saw Johnny B talking on a payphone. Payphones don't even exist anymore.
Nope.
There were like articles just recently when they removed the final real life payphones from New York City.
Holy shit.
There are no payphones in New York City.
Hey, if your phone's dead and someone's trying to stab you, tough shit. Deal with it.
Yeah. That's right.
What do you think
happens in New York City? Stabbings, apparently.
Okay. To be fair, I wasn't specifically talking about New York City until I said welcome to New York City. But yes, everybody gets stabbed in New York City every day. Thank you.
It's true. It's true.
How many times have you been stabbed today, Josh?
Well, I went outside in the morning, so I got stabbed once on the way out and once on the way in. That's twice. And then I went out again in the afternoon, stabbed coming out, coming in. So that's 4 times.
Yeah.
I got a budget for a couple more stabbings later in the day.
Yeah. I mean, it's up to you, I guess, but I would just DoorDash something.
So that the DoorDash guy can get stabbed.
Yeah. That's like his job now.
His job is to wear body armor to protect from the stabbings.
Mm-hmm. Why don't you guys wear body armor all the time? It would cut down on so many medical bills.
There are truly held misconceptions that all cities are fucking war zones.
What? No.
Where literally everyone has to smoke crack all day, every day just to deal with life in the city.
That's weird. I've never heard that because I live in Chicago. No one has ever called it Chirac as some horrible, hilarious thing to say.
Right. Brooknom.
We get a reference to a mouse slam dancing in this episode.
Yeah.
We get
Billy Hayes talks about slam dancing.
Like a lot. Like he really likes saying the word slam dancing. We get a lot of references to Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, that's the only muscle man
that ever existed once.
I mean, he was super popular at the time. He'd already had Conan the Barbarian come out.
Welcome to the Conan podcast. God damn it.
Welcome to the Conan podcast. I can't say it either.
See?
Conan cast. Yeah, Terminator had come out. Like Arnold Schwarzenegger was legit huge. And like
literally and figuratively.
I mean, as a pop culture reference, like everyone in America knows who that is, you know?
Yeah.
I think Lou Ferrigno probably would have been like a worthwhile reference also.
Yeah, but Arnold was fucking hot for the time. Like,
excuse me. Hello.
My dad lifted weights in our basement and he always had Muscle and Fitness magazines. And I feel like every other cover was Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I think that he was like, he won whatever the championships are, like more than anyone ever had.
That makes sense.
And then it would just be a few years later that Joe Piscopo would become famous as a weightlifter.
Delighted us all with his humor. Thank you, Joe Piscopo. That's all I know you from is your hilariousness that I can't get enough of. Thank you so much.
A young Joe Piscopo brought us to the brink of laughter. That's a Simpsons line. Chip witches, get your chip witches.
I don't know, that's right.
It's from the same they're like talking about the 80s.
There's an episode of Next Generation where Data is trying to learn how to be funny, and he does this hologram program where he gets taught comedy by a holographic Joe Piscopo, and it's so fucking painful. It is like the worst, most horrible, not funny thing in the world. And it's great because of that.
I think he actually was funny when he was on SNL, wasn't he? You can't find those episodes anywhere because those are like not the Lorne Michaels years.
Right. I couldn't say.
I'm not sure.
It's all been clouded by all the so not funny stuff that I don't
And
know.
wasn't he in Johnny Dangerously?
I think so.
Yeah, he's like one of the bad guys.
That makes sense.
I think. We should do an episode on Johnny Dangerously.
I don't know
original music. It's got original music by Weird Al Yankovic.
That's all I had to say. I don't
This
know if
is
I've
the
even
life.
seen the whole movie. So sure.
You've never seen the movie? Oh my God. I saw it.
I said
so
I don't know if
when
I've
it was
seen
in
the
theater.
whole thing. I saw it when my friends had it on cable every time I went over there.
Interesting.
You know, friends with cable, because I didn't have it.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I didn't have it either.
Yeah. We get another. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, go
ahead. We also
Joe Piscopo, Muscle Man.
Yep, that's who he is.
Yep.
That's it. That's all he's known for. We also get another 5-minute countdown, which we also had a couple episodes ago. But this time, it's because something is nuclear.
But they're getting better. I'm not joking. I think this is like probably the best episode so far.
I can see that you honestly feel that way.
They set the stakes. They have like real issues at like underneath the storyline.
Mm-hmm. We have a governor.
Yeah, the governor's an idiot.
What?
Stetmeyer is trying to make the governor happy by getting the Misfits of Science to make an appearance. The Misfits of Science still don't make sense in this episode because they are simultaneously celebrities and laughingstocks.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like everywhere they go, they should be like surrounded by people wanting their autographs if they are the same Misfits of Science that the governor wants so fucking bad at his appearance. And then when they get there, everyone's like, oh my God, it's the Misfits of Science.
That's Holy what should be happening. Right.
All the time, every time they leave the house.
Totally. It should be, Hard Day's Night.
Hard Science Night. I'm sorry. Yeah. Oh, we get the mouse's name is Boy Charles.
Right. Pop culture reference, sort of.
Yeah. Well, vaguely.
Because I think that is a combination of we're sort of winking about Boy George, but simultaneously, there's a character Charlie in Flowers for Algernon. And I think that like combining Flowers for Algernon and The Mouse That Roared, you get Boy Charles, yeah.
But Elle wanted to name her Vanity. But he couldn't because Hayes is going through a gender bender phase.
Wait, what?
When Elle is tiny, trying to like connect some tiny wires, Boy Charles comes up and growls at him. He's like, I'm sorry. It was all Hayes. I'm the good guy. Hayes is the one that named you Boy Charles, even though you're a girl. I wanted to name you Vanity.
That's a nice reference to Vanity, the singer, I assume.
Yeah, of course. Any reference is a good reference to Vanity.
Of course. She was the best. Is she still alive? Vanity is the best. I love Vanity.
Wow. Strong stance there. Um, okay. In the lab at the beginning,
Mm-hmm.
and Johnny B drives his motorcycle in, and they're like, "We need you to suck up this power. There's too much power, and it's
There's just like
everything's
a weird
unplugged."
orb that they got from Spencer's gifts, right?
100%. So he does. He
In
sucks
fact,
up
I think most of this was either shot inside of or got props from a Spencer Gifts.
Someone has stock in Spencer's gifts, and they're going to make damn sure it's successful.
Big time.
And he sucks up this power, and then he gets weird.
Yeah, it's like he's drunk on power.
And I was wondering, is it
He's
like,
never done that before.
no, not ever, not once. Was it like a bad Bobcat Goldthwait impression? Is that what he was trying to do?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't get that sense, but that's plausible.
Because it was weird and never seen before. It was weird.
I mean, again, we've never seen that before, but I'm open to them just changing characters and like making stuff like work better. Honestly, because like, what are the dangers to Johnny B if he has too much power? If he gets crazy, acts drunk, gets weird, like that's a danger, right?
Right.
Because like we've never explored there being any downside to these powers to him other than he's maybe in danger by water, except for when he's not.
When he's on a boat. Yeah.
Casually walks on a beach and then gets burned by water. I'm not really sure.
And he sings Great Balls of Fire. I think that's what he's saying. When they walk into the whatever room that I don't know what it is in the nuclear plant. God damn it. I hate that word.
Nuclear?
Because I've said it wrong so many fucking times. And I swear to God, I was taught that in grade school. But I was not, apparently.
I think that you have not seen the show 30 Rock. There's an episode in which Denise Richards plays herself.
Okay.
And she's part of a movement in defense of idiots. So she plays herself as a spokesperson for literal idiots. And she's like, I played a nuclear psychologist. I played a nuclear psychologist in a James Bond movie. She's a genius.
Yeah, I see it.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we don't really have like a final word on whether nuclear power is good or bad in this episode.
And even when it was closing up this episode, I was like, wait, it seems like there should be 10 more minutes. What's going on right here? What's going on?
I'm not sure what's happening with the throuple. Do they still have a place to live?
It doesn't matter because Glow is now part of it. Now it's a polycule.
Wait, is she living with them?
I don't know. She's dating them.
Barney is quite a flirt.
Yep. Gross. Hey, yeah. She's young. All dudes love young teenagers when they're girls.
I happen to know a lot of middle-aged women who are shameless about craning their necks at like teenage skateboarder boys.
That's not better.
No, it's not better. I'm just saying it's not like a one-way street.
It is on this show.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about in life, and I just wanted to point out.
I was, but
okay.
For the sake of this argument, so I will win. I'm talking about this show.
Okay, fine. We should just cut all of this talk out anyway.
No, let's go further and we should
keep Gloria being part of their polycule, but other than that, probably lose the rest of it. All right. So anyway, I guess that nuclear tech guy goes back in time to become the dad in the Wonder Years.
Yeah, with his nuclear power plant powers that he has now since that thing happened. I don't really understand. But it can't get too hot or lose water because that's what keeps it not hot or something.
Do you ever watch the Amber Ruffin show? Are you familiar with that show?
I am not.
Or her? Oh, she's great.
Wait, is it British?
No. It's on Peacock and like on YouTube and stuff.
Okay.
She's a writer on Late Night with Seth Meyers, and she was like the person who gave me the greatest comfort after Trump was elected. She came out
she's like,
and basically had a meltdown like in real life on late night. She was like, you know, like many of us were hiding under our beds, just eating ice cream for weeks. Yeah. And she was like, you know, fucking melting out of the chair, trying to like do a piece about like, you know, this is the worst thing that's ever happened. Join, like, you know, it's bad for Black people. It's bad for women. I'm a Black woman. Join the fun. JTF, join the fun. And like, anyway, that's like when I first was like, oh my God, this woman's a genius. She's a writer. She's like, was doing segments on the show a lot. And then like a year or two ago, she got her own half-hour later late night show.
Nice.
All of this is to say, we're going to cut all of this out.
Yeah.
All of this is to say her co-host is a guy named Tarek Davis. And like 20 years ago, I saw him do an improv show where he was trying to, like, there were like the rest of his team, like somebody fell into a vat and he's like, oh no, you're going to have superpowers. And I was like, yes. And like none of them would take that initiation. And it was so infuriating because it's like literally kids kept falling into vats. And he's like, oh no. And none of them would pick up on it. And it's like 20 years later, and I'm still mad about it.
Dude, anyway, like that's the biggest gift.
Right?
You could do so much with that.
For real.
What the fuck?
Anyway, we're gonna have to cut all that out because like none of that goes anywhere, and like I'm explaining a show you've never seen and a person you've never heard of.
Good times.
Yeah. What else we got for the show?
I don't know. I feel like I had something else to say, but I can't remember.
We never really get to see Barney being like the super stud that he thinks he is.
That should have been like first draft script shit. Like that should have been there, and it should have been centered, and it should have been everyone wants to fuck Barney. We already know 2 ladies want to, possibly 3 in the end. Come on. He's Barney. He's Boothby. He's Mr. Hand. Who doesn't want to fuck Mr. Hand? Also,
Nope.
Goofy fry cooks at the beginning.
Right. Okay. So here's something that I love about the show that's now like sort of emerging as a theme. You have these beginning parts of every episode where you've got 2 idiots who are somewhere doing something. And in this case, it was like the 2 fry cooks who literally see radioactive meat glowing green and they're like, ha ha, let's feed it to those old people.
One of them said that. The other one was like, oh, come on, be cool, dude. You put my ice cream sandwich on the grill and now you want me to feed those old people radioactive food? Not cool, dude. Ice cream sandwich on a grill, that's a bad idea.
That doesn't make any sense. Why would you do that?
It doesn't. It's not going to be ice cream. It's going to be soup.
I guess you could flash fry something. Like you could have something like you could bread it somehow and then fry it and then it could still be frozen on the inside.
Have you ever had fried ice cream at a Mexican restaurant?
I guess I have. Yeah.
I don't know.
It's not that good.
No, it sounds amazing and it's not.
Yeah. I've also had fried Twinkies. Not that good.
No. Hey, you know
Oh,
what?
I was at a town fair last summer and I filled up on other stuff and I had plans to eat the fried fudge, but then I didn't get to it.
Ew, that doesn't sound good.
That's when I got a ribbon in the apple fritter eating contest.
You were all filled up on apple fritters.
They were great.
I would take an apple fritter over fried fudge. That sounds disgusting.
Oh, I love fudge.
I like fudge, but I don't want melted, nasty fried fudge.
Yeah, I don't know that frying it is going to improve it, but
Oh.
I don't know that it won't. Oh.
Give me funnel cake, elephant ear all day, every day. But don't give me that fucking pre-made Twinkie fried bullshit. Come on. We know better. We know what you're doing. Assholes. Yeah, so Jane's back.
Jane's back. She was just absent last time. I guess she actually had to do her job.
Oh, that sucks. Instead, she's gonna expose her unborn child to radiation for a full day.
Someone's like, hey, what's in there? And she's like, a baby.
No, the cage.
A mouse.
And the only reason Hazel's like, all right, I'm done with the fat pregnant jokes is because she's like, if you don't fucking knock it off, I'm gonna name this baby after you.
That's gonna end his pussy hound days.
Yeah. That he so gets laid all the time. No, it's because he's like, gross, you're gross and fat. I don't want to be named. Don't want some gross and fat baby named after me. Is my takeaway.
Okay, well, all right.
I'm probably wrong, but I just want to throw that out there because I don't like him.
Let's talk about the hard candy whorehounds.
The what?
They're a hard candy that like grandmas would have in their bags. They're called whorehounds.
Is this an East Coast thing?
My grandmother from Kentucky was the one that like said it, and I was like a little kid, and I was like, "What the fuck is she talking about?"
What is?
And then it turned out to be some weird hard candy that's like gross. Who wants this anyway?
What do whorehounds taste like?
I don't know. Anything that's not fudge, I'm not interested in anyway.
You heard it here. Josh loves fudge.
All right. So anyway, you've got homework. You can look up whorehounds for next time.
I'll do that right now, actually. What's it called? What whorehounds?
They're called whorehounds.
That's
They're
it.
spelled HOR, not WH.
That's not how you spell whorehound. And also, is that actually a word?
Yeah, I think a whorehound might be a plant that like they derive it from.
Oh, it's like, and the packaging looks like it's from an oldie timey trading post.
Exactly.
Let's see. Soothing to the throat, made with 100% natural whorehound herb tea, brewed and steeped in copper kettles to enhance the whorehound flavor. What the fuck does a whorehound taste like?
I think I might have to get a t-shirt.
I think you might be right. What does whorehound taste like?
All right, wait. In order to wrap this up, let's just talk about crater face or something.
Wait. Makes a bitter taste, something between root beer and licorice. Oh, that sounds disgusting. No, thank you.
Yeah, I don't like any licorice flavor.
No, black licorice. No, thank you. Ew.
Not for me.
No.
I'm a Twizzlers type of guy at
Fuck
best.
yeah.
At
Don't give me
best.
red vine. Give me Twizzlers all day, every day.
I don't see why people are so angry about the two different things. I just don't want anything that tastes like licorice.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I agree. Also, why did you bring up whorehound candy?
Because I said the word pussy hound about Billy Hayes.
Yep, that explains him perfectly.
Anyway, we never really find out what happens to the thruple's old landlord, played
He
by
died.
Dennis Cleveland, or Dennis Stewart, played by Dennis Stewart.
Barney killed him. He snapped his neck and threw him out the window. Did you miss that? It was pretty important.
I might have been looking away.
when the MOS are walking up to the Thruple's apartment, something gets thrown out the window, like some furniture or something. They're like, oh no, they look like they're in trouble. How do they know that's the right apartment? Why do they just assume that?
There is a lot of there's a lot of knowledge that characters in this show repeatedly evince having that we have no idea how they could possibly know these things.
Yeah, maybe.
I wonder how Gina's doing. She's really good friends with the Misfits of Science. I wonder how Angel's doing. His art career really took off.
Yeah, I really want to know what's going on with Angel. Is he still like...
What's going on with those gang members too? And also, like, how come we never hear about Johnny B being from the streets?
Because he never was.
Yeah.
Some bullshit he told everyone.
He said it that one time because he felt like he was left out.
He's like, no, I'm from the streets too, you guys.
And there was like another guy who in that episode who was from the streets.
You know, one of the reasons I fucking love this show so much is because they take every trope and every stereotype of every 80s show and it's all wrapped into one show. And it's just like so comforting. When you parody an 80s action show, you are basically just showing this show. And I am there for it.
Well, this show is already meta. Like it's trying, I mean, it's sort of meta and it's sort of parody and it's sort of just a bad ripoff.
It's a parody of itself. It's ridiculous. It's fantastic. And everything bad I say about it, I say with love.
Everything. Okay. So, and also like we get to see, they've got those stupid backpacks again.
Yeah. To check the beef.
Oh, this actually has beef, but the first episode had a guy named Beef. And he was frozen, and those patties were probably frozen.
And, yep. And they probably, and I missed it, but I'm guessing they probably said, "Where's the beef?" at some point.
I don't think they did. I feel like
missed opportunity.
I feel like we both would have heard it.
Yeah, I just want them to have said that.
Fuck! How did they never say "Where's the beef"?
That's like, come on.
Probably they were getting called out if they did that. It's amazing like what they could slip by, but like, no, that's a line in the sand. No, we can't cross
Listen,
that.
you can talk about just about any pop star or popular movie or show, but don't you dare mention Clara Peller and Wendy's.
Yeah, feel free to play the full track of any song in the world.
While dressed like Crockett and Tubbs. Yes, 100%.
Smuggler's Blues.
She's
all
buried down the
right.
street.
I can't wait to see what they've got in store for us next, because frankly, this is really turning around for me.
I'm glad to hear that because I'm having a blast with it.
Me too. All right, guys.